Well, hello there, Pisces. Welcome to Private Readings. I'm Lady J, and I'm here to talk to you about the week of the 10th through the 16th of November. I have no cards in front of me because I didn't do an overview, so it's kind of cool. We're starting from scratch each week because I decided the overview might be too long. So here we are. We're running without an overview, and I am still doing the 12 placements on representing the 12 houses of the astrological chart, which I think is kind of cool, and we go in depth on that, so that's fun. All right, but let's go ahead and talk about what my better angels have messages for us for. They have been talking a lot about how we need to all stay together. We are all one, is what they're basically saying. We are one human race, and if we can work together as a whole, instead of disappearing and being caught up in the differences between us and our neighbors, we can do much better and have much more success this month. So if we see our neighbors down on the ground, we just go over and help them up. We don't need to ask them a bunch of questions. We just help them up, you know. Do what we can to help another, and that way we're showing compassion and appreciation for the fact that they're going through something. We don't need to know what it is. We just go and help, you know? So this is the good way, the good deed that we're doing here, and I think it will help quite a lot. So let's go ahead and look at the cards for this month. So nothing is here. Let us go on ahead and grab this deck. This deck is going to be the Mythic Tarot. We had this last month. It was one of the, obviously I have 4 of the same decks from October. We eliminated one of them so that we could get going, and we didn't have, you know, we don't have 5 weeks, so we don't need 5 decks. So this first round of cards represents where we are in their 12 placements, and the second round is going to be what's blocking us. There we go, that's what goes there. So yeah, we'll have, this is what will be blocking us, potentially not even blocking us. My better angels sometimes step in and say, that's not a block, keep on going. And that's kind of the case with that card there. The Empress will almost never operate as a block. But, you know, it's interesting. Sometimes it could. So, but my guides will guide me in the moment. And this third round will be what's our solution. I know last week things were getting interesting. There was a lot of opportunity for growth and change, and lots to think about for sure. So let's see how this week works out, all right? Now then, awesome. Let's talk about who you are and what you're thinking about, what's going on inside your personal head for you alone. 8 of Cups. There is something about what's going on with you where you kind of want to walk away from something that isn't working for you anymore. So you may not be able to share this with anyone right now, but this may be something that you're just personally thinking about, considering the possibility that, oh, I really need to let that go. It's driving me crazy. Okay, so it's on your mind. It's a personal situation. It really hasn't got anything to do with the business or anything else. So you're working on it, you're pondering it, you're giving it some solid thought, the pros and the cons, etc. So yeah, there's part of you that just needs a little time out too. You're like, ooh, I really need a break. Need a break from every little thing that's been going on around me. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed by everything that's going on around me. So a little break would be smart. It helps you stay on an even keel, because when you get overwhelmed, things get crazy, right? Things can get crazy, especially if people aren't paying attention. So you may have to give your own self your own time out, okay? Others might say that there's no time for you to have a timeout right now, that a timeout would block you in your world. But there's doors opening in your mind and in your heart. And I do believe a timeout would benefit you in this process so that you can better evaluate the doors that are opening and be prepared for what's going on, okay? So, cool. What's going on with your money right now, okay? What is happening with your money? We are talking about the 10 of Wands. You are bearing the burden of the finances right now. You are the only sole provider, which can be very heavy sometimes. So pay attention to where it's all going and how it's going like that. Try not to feel too overburdened, and remember to let your partner in crime, your partner in life, if you have one, know that they need to help pitch in on this so that you don't have to worry about every little thing all the time, okay? The hard work isn't done yet, so you have to keep working, okay? So definitely keep working. Moving forward is the answer, okay? No relaxing yet. So maybe the Hermit is a block. Yeah. Yeah. This time it's a block. You cannot take a break for yourself right now. This is clarifying very much so that if you take a break, this doorway won't open for you. So you continue working and the door will open, okay? Cool. Nice, okay? And the King of Cups is an emotionally based male energy person who's going to be involved in this situation, and they are going to be sharing their hearts, their emotional interest in what's going on around you and how they want to be a part of in some way. You may be able to integrate them, you may not, but it looks like they might want to become a partner or something like that. Think about it, but think about it long and hard before you make that decision, because that's a big decision, okay? Let's talk about communications, all right? What's going on with you with communications, Pisces? Four of Cups. There is a group of people, there's a gathering, a foundation of your heart. The people that matter the most to you are coming together, and you're feeling very strong within the communication situation because you and them are all having good conversations. You're feeling really strong. You're feeling very confident. There's a lot of comfort in this communication with these people, so you're not feeling at all threatened or otherwise. You're able to really communicate openly with them, and this is nice. Your emotions aren't getting that you're able to express your emotions in a very healthy and a smart way, and you're getting your point of view across. Having a structure to the situation or trying to make it happen on a daily basis isn't really going to work, but if these things happen impromptu, this could be a gathering of you and a couple of your pals on a regular basis. You would love it to be on a regular basis, like add structure, but adding structure will stop it cold in its tracks, so you need to just let it flow and let it happen when it does, and really appreciate the moments when it comes together, because it's awesome, right? And when you're doing it, you might want to see what you can do about finding ways and means to help others, using your power to help other people at this time, okay? When you get together with your people, see what you can do to help in that situation other people, right? Nice. Very good. You're so dedicated to every little thing that's in front of you, Pisces. It's amazing. I'm impressed by you so very much. So many things, so many plates you want to keep spinning. And it doesn't matter what's presented. You always want to jump in and help. So that's awesome. This card here is this area here is talking about your family. What's going on with your family? Oh dear. You need to stand up for your ideas and stand up for who you are with your family. Funny, I was just saying how awesome you are for wanting to jump in and help everybody. And you definitely do. And you're going to have to stand up for that little part of yourself, okay? Five of Pentacles is showing that getting advice, financial advice from your family is probably the bad idea, okay? So I wouldn't bother getting financial advice with your family. They're not going to be able to help you at this time. I think you're out beyond what they know, okay? So if you're out of their wheelhouse, there's nothing left to say, okay? Ten of Swords is showing me that there's definitely going to be you needing to be the person in charge in the family in this moment. So be careful, be cautious, be gentle. Remember that they're just people, and yet they're they are the people that you're connected to for life. Okay, so as you do what you do in being in charge in this situation, you want to take into the consideration what they're going through, and be honest and be careful and be cautious and all that good stuff, okay? It'll be okay. Let's talk now about your passions. What's that thing that gives you great passion and you feel really driven towards doing it and you're very excited about it? Whoop. Keeping your finances balanced is on it. Boom, boom. At least this week, it's very exciting that you are thinking about your finances and want to get that straightened away. And you're breaking those old tapes. Those old tapes keep coming up just when you're getting ready to get successful. Some old tapes come up and tell you you shouldn't ever be successful, okay? So we need to break those tapes. Limiting beliefs get in the way of your growing and being better. So grow. Huzzah! We're growing, we're getting further, and once we break that tape that said you aren't worthy of it, you're going to be working your butt off, making plenty of money, okay? So, yay. You can do this. You can do anything you want because you're Pisces and you're awesome. Hello. Good for you. All right. Let's talk about work and let's talk about your health, right? So let's talk about your work first. The King of Swords. The King of Swords, this could be you being a person who needs to boss up. Or this could be a client that is particular in every way. You have to be very careful with that person and maybe be the lead man on site. I know you don't want to be doing the work, but at the same time, you might have to be on site to make sure that everything goes smoothly and properly, because, you know, if this is your client, they're going to be super persnickety about every little thing, and if you're not there to help keep everybody on point, it could be a real problem, okay? So you want to maintain quality and get the job done safely and well and quickly to get as far away from this fella as possible. But you also want to take his check with you, okay? So be aware of who he is and what's going on there. You are going to be able to manifest anything you want out of this situation. He may be the guy who's going to put your name in the hat with a whole bunch of other people. So that's really cool, and you want that. You want the word of mouth extra work that will come later. And the type and style of this work is also, I feel like it's a profound challenge, but at the same time in a really, really, like, if we can do this and pull it off, this is gonna be amazing. And we'll need to get really good professional photos of it so we can put that in our portfolios. This is going to be such a super hot job if we can get that done and done right. So you're excited about getting this done correctly. You want to make sure that you're staying in charge of the situation and not letting anything fall through the cracks, because you want to manifest every little thing you can out of this situation. New ideas are coming to you about ways and means to bring this home and make this even more awesome for yourself and for your business. So you're having really good stuff come out of all of this at work. So cool. Let's talk about your health right here. Okay, your health is right here as well. So some of you are going to need to boss up on your health. Get particular about how you do things, okay? So you might have a specific diet you need to get into, and you need to really pay attention and do the thing according to the numbers, right? You can't half-ass this diet, okay? Whatever this is with your health, don't half-ass it. Do it according to do it very carefully and very particularly. You will manifest everything you need to, okay? Everything will come to you that you need to make this diet come together. So you're going to have a great time with that. No problem. Hunting and gathering and all. But absolutely, you will end up having a big idea on how to better do this for other people. Maybe you're thinking about ways, maybe I can box this up and ship it to another human being, and then they could do this crazy diet too. So you're thinking about new ideas are always coming your way. So you're excited about the prospects of how you can make your little dietary situation into something that helps other people. You're awesome. This is just you thinking outside the box on the regular, coming up with new plans all the time. This area is about your relationship, your partnership. What is going on there? Things are getting more fair, which is good. I like to see that. I think we talked about the potential for you getting a little help with the finances situation, or needing some help in some area where your partner stepped up, and it was very handy. Liked it very much. Now you're having things come out a little more fair. This is great. We have the Three of Pentacles showing that there's new ways and means to manifest more finances, more work. And of course, I can tell you that if you continue to work nonstop, your relationship is going to suffer because you don't, if you don't take a little break or work out breaks for yourself from work, you would be able to move forward in your relationship, right? Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords shows that you are going to be the one in charge, and you have to take control of the situation. So if you want your relationship to change or prosper in a certain direction, you have to do it yourself, okay? So maybe that's why you need to slow down at work, is so that you can really focus in on the relationship a little bit and give it some more TLC, all right? Excellent. Well done, Pisces. Let's look now in this little fabulous zone here where we're talking about things you might want to get rid of or release. All right. So we have the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is telling me that, indeed, there's definitely options and possibilities, and so many options and possibilities you need to get rid of some. Too many options, too many possibilities. Sometimes we just get confused, okay? We need to whittle it down to just two and then let the rest go, okay? Because we can't do everything, and it's too much, all right? So if you're into subcontracting, you're like, oh, I want to do the gardening, and I want to do fountains, and then I think maybe we can do tile, and then maybe we can do pools, and you're like, wait a minute, let's stick to just two, okay? Let's pick two things we can do. And if we do gardening and we do fountains and irrigation and stuff, that's enough, right? If we just stay outside and do that stuff, let pools be pool people's problem. Or if we do pools only, pools and fountains. But we can't do too many things at once. We have to whittle it down to just what we can handle, okay? This is going to strengthen the foundation in your power. Just whittling things down and making it less confusing for yourself. You're going to really feel stronger. You're going to feel better. You're going to feel less crazy, because you're trying to bid so many different types of jobs that it seems possible, and it is for other companies, but you have too much going on right now, and you're not a big enough company to be handling all that stuff. So stick with what you know, stick with where you can and cannot work well, and then you'll feel better, okay? Use your better judgment when you're picking and choosing, all right? Look at your employee base, look at what they're good at, what they're not good at, and adjust your employee base as well. If you need to, use your good judgment and figure out who you can keep and who you can't. One tile guy is going to be helpful for when you have like a fountain that you need to tile, but you don't need 13 tile guys because you're not doing pools, okay? So, you know, you'll figure it out, because you don't have that guy who does the excavating. You have to hire that guy to come in and do the excavating. That's crazy. So, this card, this area here is talking about movement and travel, all right? So movement and travel is coming your way. In what way? We have the Six of Cups. Oh yeah, you were sharing your emotional self and feeling very comfortable in doing so. You're feeling like traveling and sharing your heart. Oh, it reiterates what's going on here in your communication. So you've been communicating your feelings, and your feelings make you also want to travel. I want to come out. I want to see. Page of Cups. New information about that person that you care about, that you want to go and see. It may be that, oh, coming out and visiting now isn't really going to be very helpful. Okay, so try not to do it now. The timing is off. Okay, but here you are rallying the troops and saying, come on guys, we're going to do this anyway. Let's go on out and visit that person, even though they feel down and out. This is the perfect time for us to go visit. We're going to make it work, and we're going to go and visit, and it's going to be a good thing because they need to feel the uplift of people who care, right? Huzzah! Very nice. Now this area here is talking about your ambition. What is your cup of coffee in the morning? What wakes you up? What are you working on? Okay? So, Eight of Swords. Getting unstuck in your power. Well, of course you are. That's perfect. Of course you're making that decision over here about whether or not you should continue with 82 different things you do, or you're going to whittle it down to just two, right? So you're in the middle of doing that. You're getting unstuck. You're deciding, okay, we have 7 jobs in landscaping. We have 12 jobs in irrigation. Let's maybe stick with, we have 2 fountains and we have 1 bathroom. We're going to do the 1 bathroom and the 2 other things, 2 fountains, and then we're going to stop on those 2 things and stick with the others that we have a lot of those jobs, okay? We don't want any more fountains and we don't want any more of that other stuff. We're going to stick to what we know, but we're getting stronger in the process. There will be a celebration. Everyone will feel very good that you've whittled it down to just a couple of things instead of so many things. It was getting confusing for everybody, and now everybody's excited to see that you've, oh yes. Yay. So they're very excited. This is like the little doggy's tail. Yes, 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 yes. So they're excited to see that you have made a good decision that is smart and it will help a lot. And yes, the 4 of Pentacles shows up to say the foundation of your finances is going to get squared up easy because you're no longer running outside the lines of where you're usually at and having to initiate new employees for different special jobs, doing the pool, whatever it was you were doing too many things, and it was too much. You were spreading yourself thin, and now when you come back to the main 2 things you do, the money will start rolling again. That was why you got diversified to begin with, is because the money was rolling, and you were like, okay, let's do this. Too much, okay? Besides, who wants to carry that kind of a contractor's license with so many different things on it? If you just do what you need to do, then you can be more specialized. Perfect. What is going on right here? This is your friend department. Okay, your friends department. You're completing a cycle with one friend and you're starting another. So that's cool. So maybe one of your friends has gone from being a friend to an employee, and now they're back to being just a friend, right? Because, you know, I was hiring my buddy to help me do this, but I've decided to get away from doing that other area, and so now we're just friends again. And that's cool. I like that you're going to keep them in your friend pile. That's nice. There will be movement and change here, so that's cool. So you may not see them as often, but you're definitely moving along, and everything could be going pretty swimmingly right here. I like that. But don't get hung up on it, okay? So don't get hung up on the fact that maybe it isn't quite what you were expecting. You might have a vision of what you want it to look like with your friend now that he's no longer your employee. Like, oh man, we're not going to see each other as often. Nope, not going to. It's going to be a thing. He has to go find a job. And you're not it. So it's going to change. And that's okay. So just don't get hung up on the fact that you don't see him too much. Everything is changing. Everything is moving. It's going to be all right. You are moving too. All right. So let's talk about the unknown department. Some cards that affect multiple houses, and we'll see what they are and how they affect it. Okay. You have the 7 of Wands, using that convincing argument. You're going to be using a convincing argument with your friend, of course. You'll be doing that over here, a convincing argument when you change your ways with your ambition, as well as, of course, the release department over here. You're doing a convincing argument there, and certainly getting your rallying your troops. Definitely happening here in the movement and travel. And yes, in your relationship, you're going to have to reclaim your power, which you don't really want to, but you're going to have to. And definitely at work, and most definitely here in your passions. All right. Family. Yes, family is good. You're gonna work it out there. This is great. You're handling everything very well, using a convincing argument. Well done. Knight of Wands. Fighting for your ideas. Okay, there will be a couple of spaces. This isn't going to represent a lot of places, but a couple. I think in your money and with your family, you're definitely fighting for your point of view, and you want to be heard, okay? And when you get heard, the Knight of Wands is here to say, oh yeah, you are going to fight for your ideas, and that is going to be important, okay? Or is that blocking you? Oh, this card is going to block you. So this one is blocking you everywhere it can. So the answer for you isn't to fight for your ideas. It is always to use a convincing argument. So you're winning here. You're winning with a convincing argument. When you start fighting about it and getting angry about it, that's bad. Stop doing that, okay? Sorry, I got confused for a momento. This is all about your karma, okay? Your karma is at play here. This is the Wheel of Fortune saying that you have moments like this, or have had moments like this in your life already, where things were pretty good and you had to like take a step back from one area and get closer to another, and it had weird effects, and real interesting situations came of it. And we want you to be aware that it's still possible for you to have different things happen because of how you behave. So think about it at work and your relationship, certainly here in the release department, and your friends, your travel, and your ambition, and your money, and your communications. So be careful with what you're putting out there. Use those good convincing arguments, and remember to take other people into consideration at the same time and what they would want, because it helps. All right? Cool. It's very Eight of Wands. I think you can do this, and I think it's going to be great for you. You're going to create some very good things. Good for you, Pisces. There's a lot of opportunities here for you to mold your life into what you'd like it to be. And I really like that you're going to start thinning the crowd on all the options that you have for what you can do. So talented, so capable, fabulous. Love that very much. But yes, we want very much for you to like and subscribe. If you haven't already, that would be excellent. And if you would like to leave me a comment, let me know how this is working for you. I'd really appreciate it. It helps me know what's going on. And I am always interested, so I'll always respond. Okay? Thank you so much for being here. We'll talk next week about the 17th through the 23rd. Thank you.